Hi everybody, so this is the video for page 78 in your Explorers. So we're going to be studying in detail a couple of animals that live at the seaside, and then you're going to be picking one to focus on a little bit more. Okay, so we'll just read what we can see about each seaside animal here first. So seals are the first one. Seals are covered in thick, short fur. They have flippers to help them swim. They are fast swimmers but have to bounce along on land. So when they're on land, they kind of bounce along. Okay, they're better in the water, they're faster. Crabs have hard shell bodies and they have 10 legs. Hermit crabs do not have their own shells, so they don't have shells. They use other animals' old shells, so they don't have their own one, but if they see an old one lying around, they use that as their home. Okay, that's very interesting, I didn't know that. Jellyfish have soft bell-shaped bodies with long tentacles. So here's their body and here's their tentacles. They use their tentacles to sting their food. Be careful, if you see one, it could sting you too. So, jellyfish don't know, if they come across you and their tentacles touch off you, they don't know that you're a person. They're going to think that it's food, so their tentacles are going to sting you even though you're not their food. Okay, so just be careful. We know that anyway. Fish, there are many different fish in the sea around Ireland. Some of the most common ones are salmon, cod, bass and trout. Okay, so these are the most common ones in Ireland. Down here then, you have to choose an animal that you would find at the seaside and write a fact file about it. So here is quite a small fact file. If you want to stick with this, fine. If you would like to get a bigger piece of paper and do a longer fact file on it, feel free. It's totally up to you. So what you have to do is you have to name your animal. You have to find out what size they are. Okay. So if you are choosing an animal that you have to research on the computer, just make sure that you have help from mom or dad, that you're not doing it by yourself on the computer. Okay, you always have to ask permission. What food they eat, the habitat is where they live, so what their home is like, where their home is. Description, so how would you describe the animal. An interesting fact. So like I was saying earlier, I didn't know the interesting fact about hermit crabs, that they use other animal shells when they don't have their own. So, you might find an interesting fact about the animal that you've chosen, and you write that in here. And then over here you have to draw a picture. So like I said, boys and girls, this is quite a small fact file. If you would like to do a more detailed one, feel free to get a piece of paper and you can include some more information. Okay? And here's a little thought from Mr. Hedgehog. Rubbish that humans leave behind is a danger to animals in the sea. What could you do to help? So we've spoken about that before. We've seen the horrible pictures of our oceans polluted and our seas polluted and our rivers polluted. So maybe you could have a little chat with mom or dad or another adult in the house about ways that you could help to stop rubbish from building up in the sea. All right, okay.